I need to understand exactly what happened to Liverpool over the past literally 2 months. Because why am I still seeing them sign players, and why am I seeing them sign now potentially Alexander Isak and Rodrygo with the players which they've already signed? Bro, you know what kills me? Is that a lot of people have made this narrative about Liverpool before Wirtz came. That Liverpool can't buy ready-made players. They can't buy superstars. They can't buy the most talented players in the world. If you go back over the years, it's always players which has joined Liverpool and become better over the years. The likes of Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, you know what I mean? Sadio Mane, who they're well known, but not to the extent of world beaters. Bro, in one window, they're about to destroy that narrative. They've signed Wirtz, who over the past 2 years has been one of the best players in the world, one of the best young talents in the world, a Ballon d'Or contender the last 2 years ago. They're about to sign, potentially, this is what reports are saying, Alexander Isak, and now they're about to sign Rodrygo. Two already made superstars. Already made superstars. So what exactly, and bear in mind, the three players which they signed prior to that, Kirkers, Frimpong, bro, Georgie from Valencia, bro. Listen, man. Liverpool, scary. It's scary, bro. James Harden said it himself. Scary hours. If we figure this out, scary hours. And Liverpool are currently on that wave where this is going to be scary. The dynasty is about to be insane. They've already won one. And if they manage to do this, then fair enough. Let's talk about the potential signing of Alexander Isak, and let's talk about the potential signing of Rodrygo, because these two, this depends on something, and this depends on another thing as well. Before we start, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Of course, comment your own thoughts, especially Liverpool fans. You guys must be feeling, bro, when is the last time you've ever felt like this? This arguably could be your greatest ever transfer window. It's crazy how last season you only signed one player, so one person. That person didn't really play much in Kesa, and now you guys are signing about 6 to 7 players. But listen, as of yesterday, the reports, even though, to be fair, the rumors has been circulating for before that as well. It's been circulating for the past month and a half that Liverpool are looking to sign a striker. They are not happy and content with, of course, Darwin Núñez, and they want another striker. The reports has been saying that it could be so many strikers, Ikitike being one of them. Now, he's potentially going to Newcastle. It was Gakirius before he went to Arsenal. It was Sesko. It was Jonathan Davids. There were so many rumored strikers going to Liverpool. But the one and only, the person which Liverpool fans thought it was pretty much mission impossible, because Newcastle made it seem like it was mission impossible, and that is, of course, Alexander Isak. I don't care how the hell I'm pronouncing it. For me, I'm pronouncing it Alexander Isak. The reports were saying that Isak is worth 150 million, that Newcastle are not prepared to sell Isak for anything less than 150 million, and that Isak and Newcastle have just made Champions League football, which made it much more easier for him to stay rather than leave, because he made it very clear 6 months ago that if he doesn't play Champions League football next season, which is the one coming up, he is leaving Newcastle. But Newcastle made Champions League football, which meant that him staying in Newcastle for one more year is a strong possibility. But over the past month, a couple of reports have been pretty much circulating. They've been trying to get Isak in terms of going to Liverpool. But recently, that rumor has become confirmed, that Liverpool has now placed an offer of 120 million, a package for Alexander Isak, which will make him the most expensive signing, the most expensive striker in the Premier League history. And I think he might be second or third ever. He's behind Mbappe, Neymar, Griezmann, if you want to consider him a striker. And that's pretty much it. First of all, is Alexander Isak worth that much? I'm going to be so real. In a market where every single decent player is worth a lot of money, in a market which is very, very inflated, Alexander Isak is worth 120 million. if you're looking at the best strikers in the world, please tell me, if I ask you right now, give me your top 3 best strikers in the world. The 3 players that you're going to mention is Haaland. We all know how much he's worth. You're going to mention Harry Kane. He went for 100 million at the age that he's at. And then you're going to mention Alexander Isak. Those are, for me, if you think of the best 3 strikers in the world, those 3 strikers comes to mind immediately. So if one person, Haaland, is already worth, City value him of 150, 200 million plus. If Kane went for 100 million at the age that he's at, why is Alexander Isak not worth 100 million? Especially at what he's done over the past 24 months. Specifically last season against pretty much against all the big teams. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, United. Bro, he did it against every single big team. He did it against every single big team. So you can't even use the argument, he's stat pads. This Donny is worth 100 million plus. This Donny, for me, is worth 120 million plus. Especially in today's market. If you asked me this 10 years ago, I would have said impossible. But let's bear in mind, Newcastle paid how much for an Alexander Isak who scored 70 goals in La Liga in 3 years? A young striker. They paid how much? They paid close to 50 million. Close to 50 million on a person which they saw the talent. And this was 3 years ago when the market wasn't as inflated as it is right now. But what? 3 years later, you've seen what he's done. You've seen the numbers. You've seen the performances. You've seen the displays. Why is he not worth 50k more? Sorry, 50 million more, or 60 million more, or 70 million more? He's worth 150, 120. That's not even an argument. The question is, though, this signing depends on a couple of things before I get to the second player. This signing, first of all, depends on Newcastle, because Newcastle don't want to sell him. Alexander Isak wants to come to Liverpool. He's made it very clear to Newcastle, let me go, let me leave. I want to go to Liverpool. I want to go to 2 teams that can potentially match my ambition and match what I want to achieve in life, and that's Liverpool and Real Madrid. Real Madrid don't want him. Maybe, hey, Liverpool fans, watch out. I'm joking. Liverpool is the only team they want to go to. Newcastle, I reckon they're not going to accept 120 million. However, if Newcastle get 150 million or a package deal around 150 million, maybe the next offer of Liverpool is going to be 135 plus 15 million installments, whatever it is, whatever, add-ons, whatever it is. I reckon if the package reaches close to 150 million, we are going to see Isak next season at Liverpool. That is if, for me, they sign Ekitike. I think Ekitike signing depends a lot on Isak. If Newcastle sign, Newcastle have come out and said, we want to play 4-4-2. Isak, brother, we all know you don't want to play 4-4-2. You're signing Ekitike just to be sure that Isak is leaving. Sorry, just to be sure you've got a cover and a backup just in case Isak goes. If Ekitike doesn't join Newcastle, I don't think Isak is going. So this is all a domino effect. The same way it's a domino effect for the second person in Rodrygo, which Liverpool want to sign Rodrygo. Rodrygo, I made a video about it last week. All the reports were saying he's going to join Arsenal. First of all, Rodrygo is going to leave Real Madrid. I think everyone's made it very clear. I have accepted it. I don't want it to happen. I don't want him to go. But I think I have accepted that fact and the idea that Rodrygo will be leaving Real Madrid. I've accepted it. Xabi Alonso has pretty much said, you are free to go. Real Madrid have pretty much said, you're free to go. Rodrygo wants to join a club that can give him what he wants. And what he wants is to play on the left-hand side and for him to feel valued, for him to feel that he is important. At Real Madrid, he's valued, but in a different position. He wants to feel valued. He wants to feel appreciated on the left-hand side, which is where he wants to play consistently. And we cannot give him that demand, whereas other clubs can. Arsenal, I thought they were going to do it before they went on to sign Noni. They signed Noni for 52 million, where they could have signed Rodrygo for 90 million. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Chelsea are one team that is rumoured to get him. Bayern Munich is one team that is rumoured to get him. City has been rumoured. They've been there over the past couple of years, but now they've got enough wingers. Liverpool have just come into the equation and said, yo, we are going all in for Rodrygo. We want Rodrygo at all cost. We want Rodrygo. Which depends on one person leaving, and that is Luis Diaz, which most likely that Donny is going to go. Bayern Munich offered 67 million on Luis Diaz. A 28, 29-year-old Luis Diaz. A person who, for me, is not even that good. A person, for me, his best version was before the injury, but since the injury, he's become a complete different player physically. A person, for me, that is nowhere near Rodrygo. Bayern Munich and Barcelona are looking to sign someone for close to 70 million, 80 million. And I think Luis Diaz is leaving. I'm pretty sure Luis Diaz is gone. Bayern Munich, their starting offer was 67, bro, on Luis Diaz. But Liverpool has come out and said, nah, we want 100. We both know you don't want 100. We both know, yeah, if that man get to 80, you guys are accepting that 100%. So you're telling me, this is where, for me, it's mind bath. This is where Liverpool are about to do the greatest, and for me, wallah, I don't care what anyone says, this might be the greatest transfer business I can remember ever. And I've watched the sport for many years. They are about to replace Luis Diaz and upgrade him with Rodrygo, and they could potentially pay absolute nothing. The only thing which they're paying is, of course, wages. The reason why Luis Diaz is leaving Liverpool is because he wants a lot more wages, a lot more salary that Liverpool are prepared to give him. Rodrygo is already coming, earning a lot of money at Real Madrid. So the only thing that Liverpool needs to consider is the wages structure, because Rodrygo is getting about 14 or 15 million. Between 13 to 15 million a year at Real Madrid, which if he comes to Liverpool, I think that would already make him first or second. Whereas Luis Diaz is nowhere near that in terms of the wage structure, the wage bill within the Liverpool players. So that's the only thing that Liverpool needs to consider. But in terms of a direct replacement, in terms of player for player, stroke for stroke, band for band, you guys are getting a player which for me is 3 times better than Luis Diaz. And I already made a video about it. You guys can see my thoughts about it when I made a video, I think, about it last week, where I mentioned the idea. And if I had to pick one club for Rodrygo, it would be Liverpool. And this is when the Arsenal rumours was heating up. I wanted Rodrygo to join Liverpool. I felt the perfect club for Rodrygo, the perfect environment for Rodrygo. He wants to feel appreciated, and there is not a single better fan base in the Premier League better than Liverpool for me. He wants to feel important and valued on the left-hand side, and I think him on the left-hand side, having an overlapping fullback in Kirkis, having an actual midfielder and a midfielder in Wirtz, and having a potential striker, whether that's Wirtz, whether that is Gakpo, whether that is Darwin Núñez, whether that's anyone else, the environment where he will be at Liverpool, where he can, in the next 2 to 3 years, will be the main man after Salah goes, is the perfect environment for him. And he can achieve what he wants to achieve, which is he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. And I think there is no better club for him to win the Ballon d'Or but at Liverpool. And I feel like Liverpool is the perfect club for him. Yes, you heard me correctly, he can win the Ballon d'Or. And I think that he can do it, but not at my club, at Liverpool. So that's why, if Liverpool manage to sign Isak, Rodrygo, they've already signed Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kirkis, this will be the great. This feels like FM to me. I feel like I'm in a Liverpool FM career mode. If this happens, the Premier next season is going to be on a crazy scale next season, because there's so many clubs that's done actual business. Arsenal's done business. City has done business. Chelsea, after what they've done to Paris Saint-Germain. Next season, the Premier League, it might be the greatest season that I can remember. And Liverpool are going all in, because if they manage to sign these 2 players, you best believe them man are repeating. Them man are repeating, and it's as simple as that. And you can even say the Champions League, they might be the heavy favourites as well. But if they sign Rodrygo specifically, I might be the biggest Liverpool fan there is. Liverpool might be my Premier League fan. I'm gonna get an 11 Rodrygo shirt. I'm going to sing the song, You Never Walk Alone. Bro, Liverpool, I can't lie, man. I wasn't familiar with your game. I wasn't familiar with your game, yeah? This is where serious business, and this is a serious club. You guys are performing seriously. I thought that you guys would take a back seat. You guys won the Premier League. You guys are going all in. Money in. You guys won the 2p, the 3p, the 4p. Fair play. Fair play. You guys want to build your own dynasty? Fair play to you guys. But listen, Liverpool fans, put down in the comments how you guys feel about the signing. You guys must be delighted as hell. Of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're getting close, by the way. By the way, I never expected for me on my second channel to reach 10K already within 2 weeks. I started this channel, I think, 2 weeks ago, and we're about to hit 10K, which, by the way, shout out to all of you guys. This channel will be a lot more active, a lot more, especially when Premier League. This is all about Premier League, so I'm going to cover every single club. And if you are a fan of the Premier League, if you support a Premier League club, then best believe to subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more content coming your way. Peace.